inside row gets a bit of a move there as Jeff Purvis, number 4, pulls Kevin Harvick along. They're chasing 42, Kenny Irwin. From Kenny Irwin's car.
Yeah, I've watched Kenny Irwin run here. He started in the Winston Cup race in the very back of the field and drove his car all the way up to 3rd spot in the 500 last year. He is really good. Here he comes.
Matt Kenseth on the bottom, takes it away from Hornaday, and look at all the help he has.
Kenny Irwin follows him right through on the inside, but now Hornaday has someone coming up on his rear bumper that might be able to help him a little bit. We'll see how it shakes out as they go into turn 3.
Fastest car in the field, Kenny Irwin, started 10th, up to 3rd.
But you're right. He learned a lot in that Daytona 500 last year, coming from the back of the pack. He learned a lot about drafting, how to use the air, and he's putting it to work here.
And these cars running side by side really have a hard time keeping up with a car that is smart enough to run in the center part there and keep the draft away from any particular car. You see them now 3 wide down into turn 1.
You're riding with 7th place Jeff Green.
Yow, boy, that was close getting into turn 1 there. Kenny Irwin just happened to see and jerk the wheel just a little bit, or there would have been contact getting into turn 1.
And it cost him a position. Green's now on the inside of Irwin. He pulls down on Harvick.
These first 10 laps or so here, it looked like they were heeding the NASCAR officials' advice that said be patient, but I think they forgot already.
Matt Kenseth leads Ron Hornaday in the Napa 300 at Daytona. We'll be right back.
Oh.
Caution is out at Daytona at lap 15 in the Napa 300. Jeff Green, last year's runner-up, there he is climbing. He's already got his cap on.
Wow.
After flipping that car at 190 miles an hour, he's got a sponsor cap on and walking away. I guess he's all right.
Boy, that just tells you how well these cars are built, and the roll cage did its job because he turned over several times down the front straightaway.
Hat Rack made out okay, too.
Finished 2nd in this race last year, 2nd in the point standings. There's Kelly Denton's car, number 75. He was involved.
Kelly is okay, surveying the damage. Jason Jarrett was one of the cars involved. Also Phil Parsons, Wayne Grubb.
And Jason Jarrett drove away from the accident. He spun out. I don't think he hit anything hard.
There's the Pemico Chevy of Mike Skinner. And he says he can't turn the car. He tells the crew, so he's going to take it behind the wall. One more car there against the wall. View blocked by the safety truck. I believe that's the 83 of Wayne Grubb. And yeah, he's okay.
He's out checking the damage, see if he can fix it if they take him back into the garage area. But this is very important to finish. It's a points race. Even though you tear your car up, you try to get back in the action if you possibly can.
They're pushing Mike Skinner, the Lowe's onboard camera, in Skinner's car. Now, in the drivers' meeting, they told the drivers and teams, if you bring your car to the garage, you have one chance to fix it and take as long as you want. But when you bring that car back onto the speedway, if it's not able to run at competitive speed, the next trip to the garage, the last one for the day, you'd have to park it. So you see members of Skinner's crew going to work. Let's see what happened here. Coming through the tri-oval.
Jeff Green gets a little assistance there from behind, and you can see the car just lifting off the ground right there. It rolls several times here, but you notice the part that he's in does not really hit the racetrack. It rolled on the nose and then settled down on the racetrack. The flaps did their job. They have flaps in the roof of these cars to keep them from flying and just keep on flying. It dropped right down.
Tim Fedowa was one of those who went spinning. Pit stops. The order of the day for most of the teams. Bob Evans' team, that's Randy LaJoie's car, in the pits and at work, running around there with the Jack. Robert Larkins. Just about everybody has pitted. Finishing up on LaJoie. And there's 59, Phil Parsons. McLaughlin comes out. His wife Katie due to give birth any day, maybe any hour now.
Oh, you see Casey Atwood was backing up there, almost making contact with the car coming out of the pits.
Atwood gets away okay. We saw Fedowa in the pit. He was able to drive back in after a long slide through the grass. There's a little cosmetic damage on Phil Parsons and Jason Jarrett.
left, we see the 10 car of Jeff Green. Here we see Phil Parsons in the pits.
You know, Ned, that looked like a nasty wreck fixing to happen when the car went up in the air, but it come down just as quick as it went up. So that tells you the roof flaps really employed and put that car back on the racing surface.
Somebody got into the back of Jeff Green. I think I'd have to see one more replay to be positive about who that might have been. But you see there's damage here to several cars.
So here's Jeff Green. And see as they come up on him here.
Okay, they're just now coming in the dogleg. Right here, they make contact. You can see him getting sideways right there. Now watch the car just lift right off the ground about here and starts to fly. I can tell you those cars on the outside, they're going, let me get by, and everybody missed him as he slides across there.
Look at Fedowa just shoot right through all that traffic to the infield grass without getting hit. I believe the car that made contact was Bobby Hamilton Jr., number 26. And it looked to me as if Hamilton was as low on the racetrack as he could be. There's his white car. He's right down against the white line.
He looked like Green might have come down a little bit as he went through the trial.
Well, and at that place, the car is very, very light. And if you could physically get your hand out the window, you could make a car slide by just touching it with your hand. That's how light they are in that area of the racetrack.
The luckiest fellow in Daytona right then was Tim Fedowa, because he locked the car down and cut it left and came all the way across without incident. Let's ride with Jeff Green.
Like he saw that opening down there on the inside groove and was going to go down there and try to pick up the draft, and Bobby Hamilton Jr. was right there.
From Joe Nemechek's car.
He said, boy, I was glad to get through that.
And that was Fedowa you saw shooting across the track in front. And Jeff Green once more.
He dives down to the inside, doesn't quite get in that low groove until he hits the other car. And like Buddy said, it doesn't take much at that point of the racetrack.
Boy, that's a nasty feeling when you see sky, dirt. Yeah. I'm telling you, I've been there. It's not a pleasant thought.
I'm afraid that's the last picture from our Nesquik cam today. We're under caution at Daytona. CBS Sports coverage of the Napa Auto Parts 300 continues after this message and a word from your local station.